Are you just handing out flyers?
Officer Ray has been called to make contact with a suspicious person in the 5600 block of West Des Moines, where he finds 24-year-old Keelan Hill resting on a sidewalk. It is important to note that the caller reported Mr. Hill as being suspicious because he was wearing a hat and jacket on what was considered a warm day in Iowa. It's also important to note that the high temperature for that day was 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Officer Ray notices the flyers in Mr. Hill's lap and attempts to determine his business in the area.
What am I doing wrong?
I didn't know. People were concerned.
Yeah, concerned for what?
Their neighborhoods.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Ricky.
So it's not a big deal.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure out what we were concerned about.
Well, in West Des Moines, we have a soliciting ordinance, so if you're knocking on people's doors...
The city of West Des Moines defines a solicitor as any person who intends to make personal contact in an attempt to solicit monies or orders for goods, services, subscriptions, or merchandise to be delivered immediately or at a future date. It is later revealed that Mr. Hill was distributing campaign flyers for then U.S. Representative David Young. Mr. Hill is not in violation of the Des Moines Solicitation Ordinance and appears to be knowledgeable about what constitutes solicitation.
Yeah, soliciting is what? Offering services.
Yeah.
I'm not offering a service.
Okay.
Okay, so with that being said, I'd like you to leave me alone, sir. I've not broken any laws.
Well, I'm still doing an investigation because if you're recording me, I'm still recording too, so it's okay.
Investigating what, sir?
A suspicious person. They called in about you.
Okay.
Do you have an ID with you?
No, I don't.
Do you have your name? Have your name?
No. Am I under arrest?
No.
Okay.
Officer Ray has established that Mr. Hill is not soliciting and has business in the area and has no reason to suspect that Mr. Hill has committed a crime. Officer Ray's investigation should have ended there. At this point, Mr. Hill's interaction with Officer Ray is entirely consensual, and Mr. Hill has no legal obligation to continue to speak with the officer. And bear in mind that this entire interaction is solely based on the fact that Mr. Hill is wearing a hat and jacket.
Well, I'm investigating.
If I'm not under arrest, then you have no reason to be talking to me, right?
I can. Actually, yes. You're a suspicious person. Someone called in about...
Suspicious how?
A neighbor called over here, so I don't understand why you're being difficult about this.
I'm not being difficult about anything, because I haven't done anything out of the way.
Okay.
So with that being said, I'll go about my business. Sir.
Okay, I'm not done with you yet. You're not free to go.
Have I done it? Have I broken any laws?
4255. Can you send me one this way, please? He's
Have I broken any laws, sir?
I'm talking to you. I'm not done. I'm investigating a suspicious person.
You have a nice day, sir.
Stop. Stop now.
For what?
I can detain you.
Mr. Hill makes an attempt to exit the conversation when Officer Ray announces that he is unlawfully detaining him. In order for Officer Ray to detain Mr. Hill, he must be able to articulate a crime that Mr. Hill has committed. The state of Iowa is not a stop and identify state, meaning that Officer Ray cannot lawfully command Mr. Hill to produce identification if no crime has been committed.
Stop.
For what?
Because you're not listening. I'm investigating a suspicious person. Stop
sir,
now.
Sir, have I broken any laws?
Stop.
Tell me what laws I've broken.
I told you to stop.
I don't have to stop.
Yes.
No, I don't. Either arrest me, tell me what laws I've broken,
Can you
or get away from me.
step it up? He's being uncooperative and trying to walk away from me. He won't identify himself as a suspicious person I'm investigating.
I know my rights. And with that being said, if I've not broken any laws, you have no reason to detain me.
Stop.
So I'm going to ask you one more time
I'm going to tell you to stop.
For what?
Because I'm talking to you and you're...
What have I done that's wrong?
I just told you I'm investigating who you are.
You're harassing me.
5700 block of Aspen. Stop. I'm telling you to stop, and I'm not going to tell you again.
And what will you do if I don't stop?
I will detain you.
Detain me for what?
You're not listening.
Not listening to an officer is not a crime if you have not already committed a crime or are about to commit a crime. In this instance, Officer Ray is not issuing lawful orders and cannot detain Mr. Hill simply because someone in the neighborhood finds him suspicious.
I'm doing an investigation of a suspicious person.
Suspicious person? Have I broken any laws?
It doesn't. That's not the point.
Any laws?
Someone called you and it's a suspicious person.
Okay, and? You can be a suspicious